Now, the war in Yemen is not over, but it may be grinding toward some kind of ceasefire and talks. On the one side, you have the Houthi rebels backed by Iran, against them, the Saudi led coalition, and in the middle, a population, much of which stands on the brink of starvation. The Houthis have now said they're going to halt drone and missile strikes on the Saudi led coalition after a request from the United Nations. Let us talk to Elisabeth Kendall, who's an expert on Yemen at Pembroke College, Oxford. She's with me in the studio. Does this feel like a big moment in this 3-year war?
It does feel like a big moment in this 3.5-year war. We have never been in such a good position for peace talks to potentially work. We've just seen concessions now on both main warring sides. As you say, the Houthis have said that they're willing to stop firing missiles and drones at Saudi Arabia. And at the same time, the Saudi led coalition has not exactly ceased its hostilities, but there has been a significant lull, especially around the port of Hudaida. And some of the sticking points that meant that the previous touted peace talks in September in Geneva failed have now been removed. The Houthis have been told that their wounded fighters can go for treatment, and they've been guaranteed safe passage back to Yemen after the talks. So things are looking good.
So that's looking good. Now, the question to ask is, what has happened now that is different, even in September when they didn't all turn up to the talks?
I think what's different now is that international attention is heavily focused on bringing the hostilities to an end, and that sympathy with the Saudi led coalition has been dramatically diminished in the light of the Khashoggi murder. If we can't believe Saudi in its narrative over that, then how can we believe Saudi in its narrative over the Yemen war? And at the same time, we're now seeing the effects of the famine that everyone's been talking about. People are now dying, and the estimate is going up, not down. It's no longer 8 million on the brink of starvation, it's 14 million. Nobody wants to be associated with that. Everyone wants to distance themselves from
extraordinary figures, isn't it?